is.
Net. Yeah, we're live.
Maryland had a conniption fit, like a good one. Hey, I seen you in Meadows. I was like, yeah, we're in the same house. And waited for that picture to come all the way back around. God, it took 3.5, 4 minutes, really.
Oh, I'm actually surprised. Oh, that's great. At least the football game was probably still on then, so.
And then Mrs. Moffat, shout out, she's listening, completely ruined the end of the game.
Oh yeah, she definitely did. Twice. Because one time she was like, "Oh well, they make this, so they're going to." Oh yeah, that was a good night for sports.
He walked off the whole party. That was it. Everybody went to bed after that. Because y'all went inside, started watching BYU and Utah. I was like, what the hell is this? I'm going to sleep.
You were only like a beer in anyways. You weren't partying with us.
I was like 8 jelly shots in.
I
had to. Stacy kept shoving them down my throat. Every time I turn around, he's cramming one in my face. All right, dude. Jeez.
I think that was actually me. But whatever. I'll blame it on Stacy.
So I had 16 because it was you and Stacy.
Yeah. We didn't even make that many.
Y'all made like 50 of them.
Well, not for you to have 16 of them, because a lot of people had some. I actually didn't have one that whole night because I was busy passing them out. Alright, well, they're still qualifying. I think. That's alright, we have 0 people watching right now, and anybody that goes back to watch the broadcast just skips right through this, so you can pretty much say whatever you want.
What are we doing here?
Did Kayla watch the stream the other night at Martinsville?
Sunday. No. She went to sleep.
Oh.
And I told her I was going to run like poo, so she was like, alright.
I was curious.
Which I did run like poo until the end.
Just like true Mr. Williams fashion.
I got to stream up. Old Swamp. Let me turn this volume off because Swamp doesn't have the best of language. Shout out Swamp when you watch this, if you watch this.
Also, with Swamp, he fell asleep during that Martinsville race. Dude just started fucking snoring, dude. I was going to like find it and clip it and send it to the chat, but I was like, that's too much work. But he straight up fell asleep.
Kevin. Just send the whole clip to Kevin and Kevin will clip it for you.
It was like the whole hour-and-a-half stream, man. I don't remember when he fell asleep, but we were sitting there asking him a question.
Big Jim on the pole.
Big Jim. Sit there asking him a question, and it was quiet, and I hear.
He fell asleep in pubs the other night. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. It was like 1 o'clock. I think it was like Saturday or something. All of a sudden, I was like, who's snoring? And Gator's all nonchalantly like, Swamp. Like, he's just all nonchalant.
Oh, that recliner, man. Reached out and got him. Alright, they done with qualifying?
Paused. So we got Big Jim on the pole. Second is Jag Boy.
Oh.
Third's not on my screen. Fourth is Swamp. Fifth is Lights Out. Sixth is not on my screen. Seventh is Penn. Eighth is Lewis. Ninth is Moffat. 10th is Dangles. 11th's not on my screen. 12th's not on my screen. Reap is 13th. No 14th. 15th is Tangle. That's all I got.
Dang. So 21 cars. That's a lot of cars.
That's a lot of cars.
Especially if it turns out to that shit show that we had. And
as long as everybody spaces out, gives each other room. It gets pretty strung out, Texas.
It can, but if you remember our battle there last season at Xfinity. Is it still paused? Are they waiting for max boost?
I think we're waiting for Max.
Unofficial gentleman's agreement. With the penalty of starting last. Well, he was 4 minutes away at 8:44. And then he was 4 minutes away at 8:47.
You said that. You said 4 minutes. 4 minutes ago. Here and ready. He made it.
All right, well, he can make it to the front. Dum, 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 dum. Damn, that 4 minutes turned into 14.
I'm typing that right now.
Boom, 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 boom.
Stars must qualify too?
I don't know. He said hold on 1 minute, please. Maybe he qualified, but then had something going on. Oh, Panthers racing. He was a little bit short saying that he was going to race. Or a little late, or whatever you want to say.
Max Boost has made it. Oh, they're waiting on Panthers, I think.
He said he's ready. Well, no, he said mommy. I don't know what that means.
Intriguing. 21, here we are.
21 cars.
Well, 20 because Gator's going to back out.
Yeah. Who are we missing then? Because I thought here on my screenshot. Oh, actually, this is active 23. Oh, we got John.
I can't look at this. Oh yeah.
An OFR 50 and a 38.
Not coming. Up in the irons, is he in here?
No. Actually, I don't know.
And I think we're missing Rooster Gang.
Dang, a lot of cars in that. Are they?
Swamp, stroll up your list. You can't hear me. Ooh, Reap backed out and rejoined. That's weird.
Ooh, he wants that same battle with Max Boost. Are they going now? Is the clock ticking?
2, 1.
Goodness. We could join. It's a little behind, anyways.
Stream, yeah. There it is.
Remember to send an invite back to Gator, or do you want me to?
Or I'll do it.
Okay.
Get in there, start commentating.
That I can do.
Failed to connect to Heat Force server.
Yeah.
Did that have the same thing to you?
No. I'm loading in, so it's too late to send an invite. He sent you two, though, right?
I think so.
Let's get this rough start to the night.
Yep.
All right. Hello, nobody that's on the stream watching right now. Tonight, we are going to Texas Motor Speedway in the Xfinity Series for the O'Reilly Auto Parts 300. Big Jim starting on the pole as we join as they hit the gas. Big Jim trying to clear the 42 of Jack Boy here going into one, and he does. I'm not sure who's running in third. That's going to be Jackson Strong in the 18 and third. 15th of Swamp Fox is now below that 42. He's trying to take away third place from the 42, who's going to drop 2 spots. Well, the 42 gets a strong run back on the outside, but we all know the outside doesn't work very well here at Texas, and Swamp is going to take that position away. It looks like Lights Out is going to try to take advantage. And Jackboy gets that back down in front of him. So your top 5 here has all singled out. They're running single file. Your top 6, actually. We have a car running the wall. I don't think that's going to work for him very well, but we're going to have to wait and see. Go through the field a little bit. LL Pen, I think that's a new paint scheme that just... Well, that hasn't been released yet, so I guess it's not too new, but I don't remember seeing that paint scheme before. It looks pretty good. Out of LL Pen. But everybody's talking about paint schemes today. I thought it was released today, but obviously I am wrong.
Me too. But I think it's a patch update. Alright, I sent Gator 50 invites. I'm on the way.
You would. Oh, we got a car on the inside wall. That's going to be one of those FBGM cars. I was incorrect. It was the red car of Dallas Stars in the number 7. He was in the wall on the backstretch on the inside. Looks like he's going to be able to collect it and get back up to speed. Everybody looks like they're minding their P's and Q's here early on. A little bit of single file racing as Jag Boy's going to move underneath the 15th of Swamp Fox to take away third place.
And I'm in.
All right, welcome to the race.
Thank you. A little late. Better late than never.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we have our first caution. I think the cars are slowing down. I could be wrong. And it is. It's a caution. We have our first caution of the night. I am not sure why. It must have been pretty far back in the field. It looks like Charblazer at 99 is running pretty slow in the back, along with the 19. No, that's not who I'm looking for. Up the Irons is pretty far back here too. They could have been involved, but I'm just speculating at this point. So our first caution of the night.
I think this early in the race, if you're about, I think you come get 4 if you want to try to get some adjustments in here. Vince, I think now's a good time. Come get 4, see if you can get your adjustments in. See the car. Maybe if you're about, I don't know, 8th to 13th, to try to take 2 gains of track position here. If you're in the back, I'm definitely coming to get 4 though, for sure.
Yeah, we all know track position is very important, especially at a track like this where it's a bottom feeding track. But
it looks like the top 9 stayed out. Moffitt, Dangles, Ballstick, and Irons at the back end of that. Pinned the first car on tires in 10th.
All right, so we are restarting after your first caution of the night. Big Jim is going to be in first. He's going to take off and clear the 18 of Jackson Strong down into 1. But Jag Boy's coming down. He's got beneath the 18. He's taking away second place, and he's got his sights set on the 10 of Big Jim. Oh, we got contact back to your car in the wall hard. The 00 is Steve-O's turned around. He's still on the backstretch. And we're going to stay green. The 00 and the 35 make contact. 35 in the wall hard. Hits the 1. The 1 hits the 8. The 98's involved. The 74. Big crash on the front stretch. The 19. They're still spinning.
That's definitely going to bring in a yeller here.
The 7. The 51. A lot of cars involved in that one. All right, so obviously besides these cars that just got damaged, they're going to have to come down here and repair their damage this early in the race. If you didn't take tires before, now you have time to think about it. Are you coming down and take tires now?
I think if you were like the first car to get away from that wreck with no damage, so for instance, if 9th on back wrecked, if you're 8th, 7th, 6th, somewhere in there, you might come and actually take some tires because all of them got to fix their damage. That might put you on stickers and 2 an advantage to the leaders.
Yeah, for sure. So when you come down and you don't have damage, you can get off the pit road a little bit faster than the guys that have to sit there and repair that damage.
Also, you don't have to wait on fuel avenged.
Oh, there you go.
Because there's 27 laps to a run. The stage is only 22 laps long.
There you go. And it looks like at least the first 4 cars did not come down pit road. I don't know how many didn't.
It looks like the top 10 stayed out.
The top 10 stayed out again, so they are valuing track position over tires at this point in the race. As the 42 is going to try, and he does not get down below in that bottom line there, which is the preferred line around Texas Motor Speedway. And the 18 is going to battle his way to second, as we had 3. We still do have 3 wide back here. If I can cycle through
all the way in the back.
Quick enough, and I cannot cycle through quick enough.
93, 35, 01. Looks like we're involved in that. Still rolling here.
Oh, it's a 15, and the 93 got into it a little bit there, but they're going to save it. They're going to keep up their speed and head into 1 pretty clean. Looks like Jag Boy's kind of stuck on the outside there, and they are 3 wide for third. As they kind of sort of settle out, as the 2 car got into the 93 of Panthers 24 down there in the bottom. Tanglepelt could have took it 3 wide there, but he backed off a little bit. They are, as Tanglepelt's looking to try to take away that spot from Panthers 24, and he's going to be at the bumper crossing the line.
Wreck in the back.
Oh, is that enough for a caution, I'm guessing?
It appears so, yes, sir. Worth noting that Max Boost is already up to 6th after starting in the back due to missing qualifying.
Oh, Max Boost making short work of this field so far. And it's also something to note that we had 21 cars start tonight here in the North American eRacing League Xfinity Series. That's a lot of cars for one track.
Especially Texas. I think Texas, pretty tight groove with Texas. Got to ride that bottom. A lot of people are going to be fighting for the bottom. It seems like, the top 5 looks pretty patient with each other. But back there, it's just a hornet's nest from about 6th on back.
All right, as these drivers are deciding whether to come down and pit, those guys that were involved in the accident, you would think, will come down and repair their damage, as this caution window is now over. We are about to head back green as Big Jim and the number 10 Chevrolet Camaro for Colleague Racing leads the way again on this restart after our third caution of the night. The 18 of Jackson Strong started on the outside in P2, and in P3, the 42 of Jagboy, who I don't think he did it on purpose, obviously, but lets the 18 down low. And the 18's up the track. And the 42 takes advantage. He's going to take P2 away as the 18's going to drop him back. I wish I could cycle through faster. The 93 is underneath the 42. He's dropping back. He's dropping like a rock. The 98's back there making moves. He's got his eyes set on stage points. As he comes through the grass a little bit, he's going to save it. He's going to pass Jackson Strong in that 18. He's following that number 2 of Lights Out underneath the 42 of Jagboy. He's going to try to take that position away from him.
Wow, here comes Max Boost.
Wow, what racing we have here in the top 6. As it looks like Max Boost is going to make the move under Big Jim for the lead. Coming out of 4. They are side by side.
Panthers.
Oh, it's Panthers. Oh. Sorry. I was watching from about 5 cars back. All these black cars here on the track. I do apologize. So Panthers with the lead. And now Tangle Pelt is underneath Panthers. He's going to make the move and take the lead away from him. Max Booth riding 3rd in that number 5. Lights Out in 4th. And that number 2 car currently 5th. About to get that position taken away is the 10 car at Big Jim. And they are 3 wide. The 74 NR Lewis, the 98 of Moffitt, and the 7 car of Dallas Stars. The 1 squeezes underneath the 98. We have a wreck. I think that's Steve-O again.
I think he should be all right here. Depends how he re-enters the racetrack.
So, and I think he's going to play it safe and exit off the back of 2. He did not need to do that, however. Oh, no, I think he figured it out. He wrecked on the front stretch, went through the grass, and the computer did not catch him coming down pit road since he did not enter in the entry.
Oh, the 1 drove the 74 up the hill.
Yes, he did. As the 98 takes advantage, he takes away 2 positions away from the 1 and the 74. And Big Jim is back there stalking. He's looking to take away some spots from them as soon as they make a mistake. So our pole sitter and our P2 sitter are sitting back there in 8th and 9th place. It doesn't look like they're going to get any stage points out of this unless something big happens. As let me get back to our leaders. As we have a big wreck, heavy contact. The 51 of Reap into the 0 of Lieutenant Dangles down the backstretch. Looks like a green car. I can't see who it is. The 19 of Mackey was also involved. That was a huge wreck. I think that's going to end the stage.
That is definitely going to end the stage, sir.
All right, so can you get our official top 5, or do I need to wing it?
Tangle Pelts, Boost, and winging it past that.
So in 3rd place, it looks like the 93 of Panthers 24, and 4th is the 2 of Lights Out. And assuming that they all finish in the position that they're running right now, the 1 of, is that the 1 car? Yeah, the 1 of LL Penn is going to have your last stage point of the stage, finishing 5th. So now the stage is over. You're going to have to come down and take tires. They didn't take any tires, the top 10 there, assumingly so, that first stage. You can't run these tires out for 2 stages, can you?
Absolutely not. But being at Wreckfest, you might be able to use this to try to gain track position here, but then you run the risk of the race going green.
All right, so strategy was definitely used because that 99 of Charblazer was not this close to the front as he restarts P2. Big Jim resumes the lead. He's at P1.
Big Jim stayed out eventually.
Oh, he's had excellent restarts all night, and he's going to have another one here as he clears that 99 on the outside. He's going to be all alone, and he's letting that 8 of Tangle Pelt retake the lead off the 2. If he did stay out, that's got to be a mistake, right? There's no way that's on purpose.
It's hard to tell, Vince. I think all them cautions he might have pitted in the last one, which was still 6 or 7 laps on your tires there, so.
He very well could have. As a little bit farther back in the pack, the 98 hits the apron a little bit, and the 1 takes advantage, squeezes his nose underneath of him, and takes the position away as he's coming down below the 10. I'm stuck on the 10 car of Big Jim right now, and he is steadily falling. As we did have 4 wide. The 42 of Jagboy gets into Moffitt. He's into the outside wall. He's going to get into that white car back there that I cannot see. Charblazer in the 99. Wow, so we have 4 wide there, and they try to settle out. They're back to 3 wide before they got into the wall there. But no caution. We're going to stay green.
Track position is so important tonight, Vince. Yeah, Swamp Fox is stream up, and he is having a hard time coming through this pack right now. As the caution is out.
The caution is out. I'm not sure why, as we have the 0-1 at Doc Shock's turn completely around on the front stretch at the start-finish line. I'm not sure what caused that. It looks like we have another car up here I'm pretty sure he was involved in. Let's see if we can cycle through and find out who that is. Gamer Reaper. So the 51 and the 0-1 were involved in that caution somehow. And that's going to be our fourth caution of the night. All right, so you're talking about track position here and making it hard to come back through the field. Do you stay out here on overtires? I mean, yeah, what do you do?
I think you're choosing between, you're kind of counting here, counting cars. If one of the guys up front pit and you think you can make it to the end of the stage, then you stay out, or vice versa. See what I'm saying? If a lot of guys up front are going to stay out, then you come down and get you some rubber.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like Tangle Pelt stayed out, and he is going to resume the lead after the caution here on the restart with the 93 of Panthers, 24 behind him, or beside him, excuse me, and the 5 of Max Boost, who started last tonight, missed qualifying, is starting third. He's going to try to make his way up to second as he is underneath the 93 of Panthers, 24. So that 5-car Max Boost is looking strong again tonight, Mr. Williams. What do we know about that car? Where did he come from, and how is he so dominant?
He has a ton of league experience. He actually races with some E-Pro guys over in another league that I won't name due to competitive reasons. And he's just got a ton of league experience, and he puts it on display on a nightly basis. He's got a fast car every night, man. He drives the hell out of that thing.
And he's putting it on display now as he goes below that 8 of Tangle Pelt, and he takes the P1 position away from him. He is our new leader, the number 5 of Max Boost, from last to first. The number 2 of Lights Out in that Chevrolet Camaro looks like he's going to try to take away second place away from the number 8, and he is going to, as they thought about going 3 wide there for a second, and they are 3 wide with the 93, the 74 in the middle, and Jagboy diving it down on the bottom takes up 3 positions as he's able to get the run off the corner and pass, currently have a nose ahead of that 8 car as well. So those 3 positions in 1 corner. We have a wreck. I can't cycle through quick enough. The 19's involved. It looks like the Charblaze. Reap's involved again. 0-1 of Doc Shot. 15 of Swamp. Is that 15?
Yep.
They all look the same.
These Flex Seal cars are terrible.
Broadcaster's nightmare. Wow, so Charblazer, and it looks like Doc Shocks is one of the cars that is back there about where it happened, and can't confirm that he was involved in it. But maybe that's something to look out for. We might have to stay back in the pack a little bit, see if they're getting a little frisky.
I think the strategy stays the same here, Benj. I think if you're trying to gain track position, you stay out at the front guy's pit, or vice versa. Try to get tires, that way you can try to eat these guys up. Tires are going to play a role at some point tonight.
I mean, you got to think that as long as we get a green flag run in here tonight, as this is our 6th caution, not including the stage break, and we're only in stage 2. Let me cycle to the front.
Swamp Fox is 2nd in points, and he rides in the 19th position currently. So Max Boost really trying to take control of the Xfinity Series points currently.
And speaking of Max Boost, he is in the lead here in stage 2. Can you give me a laps to go whenever they come back around to the line? And the Jagboy gets a little loose, gets to that 93 of Panthers 24. He's going to lose a ton of spots. He's way out of the groove. 9 to go, 8 at the line. Panthers at 24 in the wall. He restarted 4th, and now he's running 16th or 17th spot in 1 corner. That's a tough corner. It's a tough break for him.
Yeah, so these restarts, Meadows, if you don't get that, ooh, big wreck.
Hard in the wall. I'm trying to cycle through. It was a light blue car, 98 of Moffitt's through the grass. Still trying to cycle through. 23 cars here tonight. It might take a while. Up the irons in that 35. Hit hard on the outside, but it looks like we're going to stay green. So that not only messes up, as we have another wreck up here. Oh, man. The 51's involved. The 8, it looks like the 8 of Tango Pelt is also involved. I can't cycle through fast enough to get all these cars. The 99 and Charblaze are involved again.
Swamp Fox caught a little bit on the right side. He should be all right. Looks like Reap was involved.
Yeah, 51. 99 Charblazers back there. The 98 of Moffitt was involved in that first one through the grass, so that helps him out because his incident did not bring out a caution. But now there's a caution here, so he's going to have the chance to come down and repair his damage. So I'm assuming we're going to have about 4 laps to go here in stage 2 when we come back to green. And these guys, not only were they aggressive at Gateway, but it looks like they're showing again that they are willing to be aggressive 2 races in a row.
Actually, maybe even pit here. Back way off the pace and let these guys race it out here to the end of the stage. And then not pit at the stage break and try to gain you some track position here.
Well, that's definitely something to think about. That's a little bit on the riskier side, but I'm sure some of these guys are willing to make that risk, especially if they got a good starting spot for stage 3. The 2 car gets down in front of the 42 of Jagboy. He's going to be riding second. Jagboy's going to try to battle back here, puts the bumper a little bit to the 2. 4 to go at the liner. We just had somebody lag out. And that's going to be, if I can... The 8 of Tanglepelt. Looks like the 8 of Tanglepelt lagged out. He's currently on pit road as they are 3 wide back here in the pack. The 93, the 19, and the 98. The 98's going to get the worst of that. He's in the wall. He falls back to the last place of these running cars.
That's kind of big. Tanglepelt lagging out. He's currently 3 points off the cut line here with Dangles and Jagboy and Steve-O in front of him. So tough sledding there. It's going to definitely cost us some big points.
Well, that's definitely going to cost him some points, especially with Steve-O, who's hungry here to make up some points and get in that playoffs to prove these FPGM guys wrong. Jagboy. Uh-oh. That's going to be... Looks like it's going to cause a big crash. It looks like the lag started this big crash. The 15 of Swamp Fox is involved.
I think Swamp is the one lagging.
The 51 of Reap is involved. It seems like he's been involved in every wreck tonight, along with the 19 of Mike Mackey. 7 of Dallas Stars involved. Alright, so there's your stage 2. Can we get an official top 5?
I believe Boost.
So Max Boost is your stage winner. It looks like they're side by side back there under caution, but I think the number 2 finished second. The 0 of, who's that, Lieutenant Dangles finished in 3rd. The 74 NR Lewis 4th. And the 10 of Big Jim, your pole sitter, finished in 5th. If they finished how they're running now. Alright, looks like Steve-O trying out a little bit of strategy. He's going to be starting here on the outside pole position.
Definitely some strategy here.
I can cycle through that. The 7 of Dallas Stars just ducks down into the grass. It looks like he's giving up all these positions. He's just going to ride around the back. Maybe he was the one that was lagging. All those red cars look exactly the same. The 93 got in the apron, doors the 00, but it looks like they're both going to be able to keep up their speed and head on as the 99 is trying to take advantage of that and make the pass on the 00.
Watch Max Boost here. He's restarted this race, put P6, P7, and trying to power his way back up to the front.
Yes, sir. I actually have my camera set on Max Boost as we speak. He's going to try to make his way through the field here. Your stage 2 winner. Reminder, Max Boost actually started in the rear of the field. He had to change an engine there. Had to serve a penalty. Start in the rear.
Worth noting that the fuel window tonight is 27 laps. So 54 laps to stage 1. So shit, you might be able to stretch it to a one-stop race with all of these cautions. We'll see how that plays out as the race goes on.
So if we do finally get a long green flag run, maybe we can, as they're 3 wide there, the 1 car is going to try to keep it off the wall. He does not. He gets it to the wall, comes back down into the 35 of up the iron. The 10 car gets it to the 0. Looks like they're going to try to figure it out there. They're 3 wide with the 51, the 0, and the 18. Wow. All right, so if they finally get a green flag run here, we can see who set their car up for the long run as we have a car through the grass. It looks like this is the 00 of Steve-O. He's going to try to get back up the track without causing a caution, and he does.
This is the first time I don't even know how long the longest run we've had tonight, but there's a glitch off of 4 in this NASCAR Heat 4 game. The rear end of the race car tries to outdrive the front end of the car off of 4 here at Texas. It's worse than the Cup car, but it still happens in the Xfinity car, so pay attention to that as the run moves forward.
Yeah, for sure. And as they're 3 wide again back here, but it looks like they're going to settle it out. So we might have our first long green run stretch of the race here, and I wonder who tried to set their car up for a long run, but they haven't been able to take advantage so far because of all of these cautions. Maybe they'll rise to the top here. Is there anybody here besides Max Boost that you're looking to maybe come up here and take the win away from Max Boost?
We've seen Big Jim on the opening stage of the run. You got to watch Jackson. He's been strong all year. Jagboy showed a little bit of muscle there, and see right there, 3-4 cars off of firm 4 get loose down to the apron. Jagboy, Jackson, Max Boost, Big Jim, my 4 to watch as this race progresses.
All right, and one guy that was not named is Panthers 24 in that 93. He is all over the back bumper of that 5 of Max Boost. Max Boost is going to run that line down off into 3, a little bit of a blocking line. And to the 2 of Lights Out puts the bumper to the 93. Looks like everybody's going to sort themselves out. The 2 got really loose off of 4 like Mr. Williams was sitting there talking about, but he's going to be able to save it and continue on.
Definitely entering the longest race we've had all night.
So coming off of 4, go ahead.
Swamp Fox restarted in the back, made his way up to 7th here, probably trying to battle back to save his day, as he currently sits 2nd in points. So he wants to keep pace with Max Boost for that regular season championship, which is going to be tough to do. He's going to have a good night here.
That's a Swamp Fox as he hits hard into the wall coming out of 4. He's through the grass. A little bit of commentator curse there as he loses 2 spots. He's able to save it and continue on into 1. Looks like they're about to be 3 wide for P2. As the 93 gets to the 18 hard, the 18 gets into the 42. They're both around. Big crash down the backstretch. And he comes up the track, gets into the 98 and the 7, and there's going to be our 7th caution of the night. Wow, so a little bit of aggressive battling there for P2. A couple cars get into it, and the car that was riding the high line was the innocent bystander there. Just got taken out.
So this opens up a little bit of different strategy because it's still a one-stop race in this juncture. So question begins, how do you want to actually, that's
I was about to ask you how many laps we have left, and the fuel run is 27 laps,
48
right?
laps to go, so we should restart about 46, 47 laps to go with a 27-lap run. It's still a one-stop race, so it depends on when you want to make that stop, if you trust your tires. Looks like everybody's going to come down and get rubber here.
Right, and I mean, you got to start thinking that these tires, that was our longest green flag stretch of the race. Those tires had to have been given away just a little bit.
Absolutely.
I mean, Texas does chew away at them, but it's not quite Atlanta, per se. All right, we are back green here at Texas Motor Speedway as Max Boost continues his lead. He's going to clear the 2. He's all by himself into 1. He can come up high off the corner if he likes. And he decides to take the defensive route and kind of, not quite block, but run a little bit of defensive line on the 10 of Big Jim. Big Jim's made his way. He was your pole sitter of the night. Made his way back up.
Reckon Moffitt, somebody else.
All right.
Caution.
Our 8th caution of the night. Did you see how that happened?
It looked like the car on the bottom clipped the apron, came up and just cleaned Moffitt out. Incidental. All innocent.
I tell you, probably the most unlucky car here tonight is that 98 of Moffitt. Every time I turn around, he's getting hit by another car that was in a wreck before he was even involved. And as he got in this one too, and he's going to be in the back repairing damage.
Yeah, it might be luck of the stream, watching Swamp Fox's stream, but I've seen a couple times he's just hauling tail down the back straightaway with everybody crashing in front of him, nowhere to go. So I've seen him involved in about 3 or 4 of those. So, but between Moffitt and him, surely having rough nights. His Swamp's up to 4th now.
Yeah, so Swamp's able to battle back. Moffitt, not quite the same luck. So let's call this restart here, and then we'll go to the question. As our pole sitter is now running P2 to Max Boost. Max Boost has been the fastest car all night. But the 10 of Big Jim was the fastest car in qualifying. So let's see if they can't sort it out here, as that 93 of Panthers 24 has been up in the front all race long. Let's see if he has found anything for that 5 of Max Boost. As a 15th of Swamp Fox takes a P4, cuts off his teammate there of Lieutenant Dangles, but he's going to take that position away. Lieutenant Dangles is going to have to settle with that high side, as he's going to lose a couple of positions here. I wonder if anything's said over the team radio there, Mr. Williams. What do you think's going on?
It looks like Dangles To me, it looked like Dangle's lifted probably just a scotch to try to let his teammate in. And
3 wide back here. Did they get it settled out? I can't cycle through.
Yeah, they're good. Oh, there they go. Oh, they're holding it.
Oh, the double zero, the 35, the 42.
Oh, you can do
all
it.
Involved, the 18. He comes back up the track, gets it to the 18. No caution, no big wrecks there. A lot of contact, no wrecks.
They saved it. Good job, guys. They saved
Look at that.
Up front, same old. Was it same old story?
Different day.
You probably know.
Different race.
Same story. Yeah.
Oh, the 51 coming up the track hits it to the 18 strong. The 18's hard into the wall on the front stretch. Looks like there's going to be no caution here as he gets it back up to speed. And we say green. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. It was mid-corner, and the 51 came off the corner kind of sharp. It hit the 18 there. 18 got in the wall hard. I'm not sure if they had any past encounters here tonight or at previous races.
Well, after Gateway, it's hard to tell who's mad at who because everybody in the whole damn field ran each other over.
Well, you're not wrong there. Thankfully, slightly cleaner racing here tonight. I don't think anything was dirty here tonight per se, but still just about as aggressive as Gateway. It looks like we might be setting ourselves up here for another long run. Go ahead. You saying something?
Nah.
Okay. We had the 0-1 at Doc Shock's enter turn 3 on the apron. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. It looks like he might have just wrecked on pit road. He barely missed the commitment line, and he's going to stay on track there. Look at the 51 and the 99 is going to sit here and try to battle it out as the 51 is going to keep his position. We'll go through the field a little bit. Oh, it looks like 7 of Dallas Stars either lagged out or ended up quitting the race. He is on pit road, not moving.
He backed out because of a lag issue, Avenge.
All right. So we have the 5-car Max Boost still in the lead. 93 of Panthers 24 currently in second. And it looks like the 74 of NR Lewis, who we have not said much about tonight, is currently running third. How do you feel about the 74 Chevrolet Camaro?
He's always showed some speed. But every time Lewis gets up towards the front, something either of his own doing or somebody else is doing always kind of shuffles him out. So let's see if he can hold his position here. Also worth noting, 34 laps to go at the line. So the fuel window opens at about 7 laps. So it depends on how you want to manage your tires here and see when you want to pit, see how tire fall off is, yada yada.
Well, there you go. So these cars will have to come down pit road at least one more time. And during that stretch, the 93 of his own doing got loose off of 4 and through the grass on the front stretch. He lost a lot of time on P1, allowing that slight contact in 3. Let's watch here. See, it looks like he's not going to get loose off of 4 again, and we're going to continue running. As the 5 of Max Boost has checked out.
Same old song and dance. Figured it out. And yes, I Googled it.
All right, so it looks like it's mostly single file racing here. It looks like we kind of strung ourselves out, which is a good thing. Everybody's kind of taking it a little patient. So we might see the long run cars that we were talking about as the 2 and the 74 got loose off 4. They're both going to be able to maintain it. The 2's going to lose a spot to the 10 of Big Jim. So that coming off of 4 there, the exit of 4 is going to be the hot spot to watch. It looks like the 98 of Moffitt fell victim to that exit of 4. He was through the lead.
Battle for 5th, 6th. Pin goes underneath Swamp. Jagboy's looking under Swamp now. Side by side off into 1.
All right, so it looks like Jagboy's going to have the preferred line down here in 1 and 2 and take that position away from the 15 of Swamp Fox, who is currently in a championship battle as far as points goes with Max Boost. He's going to lose a position there. The 42 of Jagboy's now got his sights set on that 1 car in front of him.
How about Jagboy? You know, Jagboy fell back early, victim of pin.
Oh, it looks like the 1 cut the nose off the 42 there. The 42's super loose off of 4. He collects it, but the 15's got a run on him here. Go ahead.
Jagboy got caught up in a few accidents, and I think he restarted past 14th, and he's made his way up here. He's being patient here, trying to get back to the front.
Yeah,
Pin's a
there
hard
you
guy
go.
to pass, though. Pin's, even when you're racing him at Publix, he races you clean, but He doesn't make it easy on you.
Well, that comes true here as Jackboy had the run on him on the backstretch, got down below him. Penn gave him plenty of room as he got loose off of 4. He's going to come up the track here, but he's going to give the 42 plenty of room again. Swamp Fox looked to make it 3 wide, thought better of it. Well, the 42 is going to take advantage of that, but what you're saying as far as Penn, he gave him about a car and a half down there. You would have to have been perfect through 1 and 2 to pass him. So he may be the Ryan Newman of the Xfinity League. Possibly. All right, back here, a Strong car that we're not used to seeing running here in the back is the 18 of Jackson Strong.
Yeah, rough night for Jackson. Normally a front runner, ran great.
Oh, the 0-1 of Doc Shocks got loose off of 4 and takes out the 11 car. The big wreck on the front stretch, but it's just 2 cars. Hard contact. The 11 of Ballstick. Looks like they're going to stay green here. I'm sorry, go ahead. What were you saying about the 18 of Jackson Strong?
Jackson had a great run at Gateway, got the win on a last lap pass, and tonight just riding a struggle bus, maybe a product of Texas, just don't have the setup tonight.
Speaking about a product of Texas, that number 5 Chevrolet Camaro of Max Boost has taken off even more. He is half a straightaway away from the second place of Panthers 24. It looks like Ballistic here is having troubles controlling his car down on the apron. Let me get over to him, see what in the world's going on there.
Check on that.
He may have blown a tire or something during that wreck.
No, I don't believe it.
Oh, he's hard into the wall again.
Yeah. Max Boost, wow, half a straightaway at 1.5 miles. That's saying something.
Okay, I'm not sure what Ballistic was doing there. He was on the throttle, off the throttle. So that might be something to look at later here in stage 3.
Noted.
Go ahead.
Noted.
Okay.
Oh, about Max Boost?
Yes, sir.
Max Boost, I was just going to talk about how he's running the racetrack a little bit here. That Swamp Fox gets that Texas bite. I'm going to start calling it the Texas bite off of 4.
There you go.
The 11 did make it to pit road.
Yes, he did.
Let me get the Max Boost real quick. So Max Boost right here is arcing that thing into the corner perfectly. Really being conservative and through the center. He kind of ran a little bit higher here. 1 and 2. And he's just trying to keep it as straight as he can. See here with that Texas bite, as I have now labeled it, he's got to keep that wheel as straight as he can off of 4. If you have too much wheel in that thing, that's what snaps the rear end around.
The Texas bite, I might have to use that tomorrow when I'm commentating the Cup, guys. The Texas bite off of 4, the rattlesnake bite. Nah, we'll leave it at Texas. Right. So I was looking at NR Lewis here while we were going over the Texas bite. He got into the apron trying to pass the lights out as the 93 gets loose off of 4-2. He falls victim to that Texas bite. He's going to get 2 positions taken away from him. But back to my story, he got down on the apron mid-turn trying to pass the 2 of lights out, and his experience showed he did not try to keep it on the floor there. He backed out, made sure that he was able to save the car, lost the position, but he was able to keep going. So, I mean, we got a lot of experienced guys here in our Xfinity series. 11 of Ballistics.
Definitely the longest run of the day, Ben, so that's why you're seeing the Texas bite, which is probably should be your drinking word tomorrow. The Texas bite off of 4, it's just going to be more and more prominent with these cars. You know, especially it's almost impossible to run 2 wide off of 4 now. So we got 22 laps to go. So wouldn't be surprised to see guys in pit road here fairly soon.
22 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway in the O'Reilly Auto Parts 300. Talking about that Texas bite, which is that little glitch or that little loose point off of 4. Panthers 24 has played victim to that the last 2 laps. Looks like he's going to clear it cleanly off of this lap. So we started this last run after that last caution with about 40 to go? Was it 40?
46-ish.
So 40-ish. 46, we'll say 47 for easy math. So they have to pit with about 20 laps to go. They're going to be out of fuel completely, as the fuel run here is 27 laps. And we have how many to go again?
21.
21. So they're going to have to come down pit road here soon as we have our first taker.
They make up a lot of fuel over the long run here. Yep, cars on pit road.
51, a Gamer Reaper. Grim Reaper, he's heading off of pit road now. He's actually going to be our first car. He was kind of a little bit farther back in the pack.
Who was that? 15 on pit road.
He's going to be our first car of those lead guys. He's going to come down a little bit earlier than these guys. Talk about short pitting here at Texas.
Well, short pit anywhere is an advantage. The bad thing is you give it back on that run, on the tail end of the run, as we've seen. Even at Auto Club, when I pitted, I short pitted super early. I was able to pull out to about a 3-second lead on Draven after pit stops, but he chewed my tail up. Got all the way down to my bumper before prominently what happened at the end of that thing played out. So, anytime you can make up, I really don't know what the tire fall is. I haven't seen the lap times for these Xfinity cars in Texas, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty dramatic. Anything over half a second is worth short pitting for tires.
So the 42 of Jackboy now on pit road. That 0-1 at Doc Shocks, he was on there before Swamp, and he's just now exiting. He may have gotten a speeding penalty during that
we got
cycle.
a pit penalty, 2 of them. Oh, caution's out.
Caution's out. So that's huge for Steve-O. Steve-O was on. I think he might have gotten his car serviced while down there on pit road, and I'm not sure he got lapped.
All these guys are going to take the wave around. Dangles will be the free pass as it sits, but we got Jackboy, Swamp Fox. All these guys are a lap down. So
did they end up falling a lap down? Sorry.
Yes, sir. Dangles is the first car 1 lap down. So you got the top 8 is currently on the lead lap, which is Irons, Jackson Strong, Big Jim Penn, NR Lewis, Lights Out, Panthers, and Max Boost, the leader. You should definitely see all them guys come down and get rubber. Everybody else to take the wave around here, which kind of screws them on track position. Especially somebody like Jagboy, who's running 4th or 5th, and they're trapped in 10th place.
Yeah, so besides Swamp Fox, he was the first car that was really competitive here to come down pit road, but it looks like it's going to bite him a little bit. I'm assuming he took the wave around. I don't know. I don't have a ticker.
Oh, somebody didn't pit and kept the cars from taking the wave around.
Wow, so that's going to play a big role as NR Lewis is going to take the lead here.
So he did not pit, which prevents all the lap cars from taking the wave around.
So
I'm telling you what, if I'm his fellow competitor, I'm pretty upset right now. He has to pit. He doesn't have tires, doesn't have a fuel, and he stays out. It keeps everybody trapped a lap down. I don't know if he did it intentionally, if it was a mistake. That really screws over the back half of the field.
Wow, so the 74 of NR Lewis, are you sure he wasn't on pit road, just didn't go a lap down there and got his tires?
I don't think he'd have been. He was in the top 5 when I read off the running order, so I think he would have been at the tail end of the lead lap here.
So we have a wreck back here. It looks like they're going to sort it all out. I'm not sure who was involved. Maybe the 11 of Ballistic again. So the 74 of NR Lewis, he's kind of holding his own here, though, against the 1 car of LL Penn. So talk about with this game, and I don't know if you've had the perfect scenario happen to you yet. If you come down pit road as soon as the caution comes out, are you still does it allow you to come down and take tires and come out on the lead lap and then still give you the option to pit under caution?
I have not been caught in that perfect scenario. I know Heat 3 used to be that way, as long as you came out of pit road before the clock expired, I believe. But I have not been caught in such... My dog's looking at me. I don't know if... So no, I'm not sure. Maybe NR Lewis got caught in that position, but I figured if he would have pitted, that he would have been in the back half of the lead lap, especially with the lead the Boost had. But he was running 4th at the time of the yellow. We'll see if he hits pit road here. That's pretty much all we can look at.
Yeah, he was running about 4th, so that would put him in a pretty good spot. If he come down pit road, the computer caught him as he was coming down pit road, and then the caution came out, and he was able to service his car and then come back out and stay out, trapping over 10 cars a lap down, and he's going to take the lead away, and he's currently got 3 or 4 cars on second place.
You've seen that lead that Boost had, so he's got a, as I like to say, Fred Flintstone that thing. He's got to pedal that thing for all it's worth.
Speaking of Boost, he started P2 on that restart. He's back to 5th or 6th. 4th. He's back to 4th. So he's going to have to battle back through, starting with that 1 car of LL Penn, who we've already talked about is hard to pass.
So yeah, Avenge, I'm assuming that NR Lewis did catch, because he would have had to pit already, obviously. So I'm assuming he caught that caution light at the perfect time, just the absolute perfect time.
Wow, what luck from NR Lewis, assuming that's correct. I mean, you go out and buy yourself a lottery ticket after that, right?
That's correct. You know, to 704 games, give a little bit better of a running order. We could probably provide that information, but it's pretty tough.
I was hoping it was going to be in that update today. I was not holding my breath exactly, but I was hoping to be surprised when I logged on here, and I was not. As the 5 car takes away P3 from that 1 of LL Penn, as we were talking about. He's currently getting the train run on him as the 2 of Lights Out, and the 10 of Big Jim's going to take away the positions. And that one of LL Penn looks like he's going to fall back to P5.
Oh, 74 at the bottom open. Wow. Boost is going to push the Panthers past him. That's 74. Kind of made a mistake there, in my opinion, Avenge.
Massa 74 gave up the bottom, and your new leader is that 93 of Panthers 24. This is only his second race in the North American eRacing League Xfinity Series, leading laps here at Texas Motor Speedway. But don't look now, we've had the fastest car all race long, that 5 of Max Boost, currently hunting down that 93 of Panthers 24. With how many laps to go?
Get to you at the line.
Sure. So the 10 of Big Jim is going to make it past NR Lewis. Looks like he's falling back a little bit. Maybe he took... Well, no, you said he stayed out. I was thinking maybe he took 2 or something because he's falling off pretty hard. But 7 to go. 6 at the line?
No, 7 at the line. Sorry.
7 at the line. So 7 to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. We've had about 7 or 8 cautions here tonight. Drivers are still running aggressive. Nothing extremely dirty. As we have a race for the lead, I just can't cycle through quick enough. As they're 3 wide for the lead, as Lights Out takes advantage of the 93 and the 5, getting into a little bit of a scuffle there. The 2 said, "Thank you, sirs," as he comes down the bottom and takes away both positions for your new leader. But don't look now. Here comes the 5, diving it back down into 3. He's going to try to take that position back away from the 2. And just as they're side by side, oh, we got a car in the wall back here. Hard hit.
Oh, Panthers in the fence.
Panthers 24 through the grass. Looks like he's going to be able to save it and get back up the track. Let me get back to the lead here. We had a pretty good battle going on. 23 cars here tonight, so it takes a little while to cycle through. As Max Boost is back leading the race with 5 to go here at the line at Texas Motor Speedway. He gets a little bit of a hiccup there. Leaves the bottom open for the 2 of Lights Out. The 2 of Lights Out is going to take the bottom. They are side by side for the lead with 5 laps to go here as Lights Out takes that lap. The 10 of Big Jim, who started P2, is now trying to take the second position away from Max Boost, as it looks like Max Boost is going to have to try to run that high line, which we have not seen all night. And he's going to keep his position of P2. And he's going to have to try to hunt down that 2 car of Lights Out and try to make a pass as they come up on a lap car. All right, so you're Max Boost. You know you have speed. You have the fastest car all night, but that 2 car now has passed you twice. What's going through your head here with 4 laps to go? You got to get the win.
Get back around him and throw a block.
All right, so Mr. Williams there on the answer. So we got the number 2 car here.
4 to go.
4 to go, and he is running that defensive line going into 3. That wiggles the 5. The 10's going to try to take advantage. The 10 car is diving down below the 5. He's going to try to take away P2 away from our fastest car all night, Max Boost, and that number 5 Chevrolet Camaro. As we have 3 to go here at the line at Texas Motor Speedway. That black and green car in front of him is a lapped down, or a lapped car, a back marker. I believe that's the 19 of Mike Mackey. He's just going to get out of the way here, and rightfully so. So that 10 car is going to take that P2 position away from Max Boost as the 2 of Lights Out leads the field coming into 3 with 2 to go at the line. Yeah, some contact back there. Looks like that was at the 18 of Jackson Strong. Got to the 19. They're wrecking back there. Looks like the 00 of Steve-O's involved. Is that Steve-O around? Steve-O's around. No caution. They're not going to call a caution here. Steve-O's
for the win.
Steve-O's still around. Oh, let me get back to the lead. How many go? 1 to go at the line?
I think 1 at the line, yes, sir.
All right, so we have 1 more to go at the line. That's the caution. Is that a caution?
Nope.
No. Okay, I heard the engine bogged down so big. All right, so we have 1 to go here at Texas Motor Speedway, brought to you by Credit One Bank. Lights Out, and that number 2 Richard Childress Racing. Chevrolet Camaro currently in the lead as the 10.
Boost 5 times the 10, but doesn't make contact. Good job.
So the 5 making a strong move around the 10. He's got 1 car on his mind, and that's that 2 car of Lights Out. 1 last turn to figure out who's going to win this race as the 5 car, for some reason, goes up high into 3. Maybe he's trying to get that run off. The 10 car is going to try to take away P2. As the 2 of Lights Out is going to be your winner here at Texas Motor Speedway in the North American eRacing League Xfinity Series, as Max Boost, our Stage 2 winner, finishes 2nd. The 10 car of Big Jim finishes 3rd. Is that NR Lewis?
NR Lewis
74 and 4th?
Jackson is 5th.
Jackson in 5th. And it looks like Jagboy maybe finishing 6th.
How about Penn 6th?
Penn
7th
sixth.
is Panthers. 8th is Daniels. 9th is Up and Irons. Jag Boy 10th.
Okay. He must be one of those cars a lap down because he's up here riding right behind NARL Lewis. All right, I'm not sure if I have lights out on my friends list, but we're going to find out. I've sent everybody, I'm not sure, I've sent everybody an invite, a friend's request, but not everybody responds to it, and I don't blame them. Let's see. I do have lights out. Cool. I got max boost too, but if you want to, it don't matter who sends. We're getting lights out here, your race winner in the Mike party first. We're going to see what his thoughts are on the race. Let me go ahead and back out of this lobby before I'm just racing another race. All right, so while we're waiting for our race winner to join the lobby, talk a little bit about that race. What happened there?
There he is.
Is he here?
Yep. What's up, man?
I don't hear him or see him.
That's good to hear, man. That's awesome to hear. Congratulations.
There he is.
Well, when I got under him the first time, as long as I could hold that low line, I thought I had it, dude, with 3 to go, and I held it.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Vince is here. He had a little problem connecting. Was he there? Go ahead, Vince.
Lights out. How are you doing it?
I'm doing great, Vince.
Oh, that's awesome. So this is going to be your first North American eRacing League Xfinity Series win.
Yeah.
Here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. I think Mr. Williams already asked you how you're feeling, but we couldn't quite hear you, and so I don't think we came over the stream. So we heard the scream of yeah, but how are you feeling?
I'm feeling awesome, man. Last week at Gateway, I got passed on the last lap, and this time I held it down.
Oh, man, that was so exciting racing there. That 5 car was battling with you there the last 10 laps or so. It's real tough battling. Y'all just kept going back and forth. But there on that last lap, he made the move past the 10 car going into 1. What were you thinking looking in your rear view and seeing that 5 car back on you?
So here he comes. Here he comes.
All right, so
it was intense, man. It was intense.
Oh, it was definitely intense, and I half expected for him to drive it a little bit harder into 3 there, maybe try to get to you. But his experience showed out, and we'll have him in here next. Lights out. Well, do you have anybody to shout out here? Anybody you want to thank?
No, Max Boost, man, he's an awesome competitor. Jackson Strong, man, he's an awesome competitor, man. I love racing against them guys. It was real fun tonight.
Oh, that's awesome. One last... Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, dude.
One last question. Are you running full-time with us here this season?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So this helps out your points night for the series championship because you're going to get 5 playoff points out of this win.
Yes.
So that's big. So talk about that. How big is that for you?
I think those are my first playoff points this year so far.
Well, that's great. Well, that's not a bad way to start them. Mr. Williams, do you have a final question for our race winner, Lights Out, here before he politely leaves our chat lobby?
I do not. Congratulations, Lights Out. Congratulations on your win, buddy. Well deserved.
Give me a little Ric Flair. Woo!
All right. Well, rightfully so. No problem, man. Take care. Rightfully so. That was Lights Out. He's super excited. Just got his first career North American eRacing League win here in the Xfinity Series. Let's see if we can't get our runner-up, Max Boost, here in the lobby. It looks like he's already taken the game out of his console. So Lights Out, that's a car that we did not talk about all night, about being in contention for the win. How did he pull that off?
Not. Came out of nowhere. That late race restart, you see Max Boost had a full straightaway lead. He hated to see that caution there at the end of the race and just grouped everybody back up. He was able to take advantage. Oh, for sure. We're definitely going to have to ask Max Boost about that because he was like you weren't even exaggerating. He was about a full straightaway of a lead. He was hauling the mail.
I mean, you couldn't get more comfortable in a race than that.
As you noted, with about like 7-8 to go, he was on the restart and he fell back to.
All right, Max Boost 27 coming up in the second position here tonight. You barely made the race, so talk about finishing second place there. after starting last.
Man, that was amazing. That was hard racing up there with those guys. Congratulations to Lights Out on that win. That was amazing. And Big Jim, shout out to him too. That was some really intense racing at the very end. I got into the 74 entering turn 1, I think like 5 to go. I got my nose in there, and I was hoping we could race to the turn, but made a little contact, and I feel bad because I moved him out of the groove. But by no means was that intentional. It was just hard racing for the win. But yeah, man, awesome racing with the NARL league. Great stuff, guys.
Oh, it's
Max
definitely.
Boost's-
Go ahead.
Max Boost's Williams here, man. Congratulations on your second. You had a full straightaway lead. Were you kind of frustrated to see that caution come out there at the end?
I mean, it's racing. Cautions happen all the time. I mean, caution happened in the, Phoenix race last Sunday after a huge long green flag. It's just racing. It's okay. I mean, I just burned off my tires on that restart because I started on the outside line, so I couldn't get back to the inside line. And then once I did, the game did a little lag, and I missed the entry into 3, and then Lights Out got past me, and my tires were too burned off to go for the lead after that, but excellent racing.
Yeah, we were sitting there watching. We were watching the battle for the lead up there, and it looked like you just missed a groove just enough for him to stick his nose in there and take the position away. However, on that last lap, you get back by the 10 car. What's going through your mind there as you're trying to chase down the 2 for the win on the last lap going into 3?
I knew he was going to be perfect into 3, so I was going to try and hope that maybe he would get loose off because he was pushing it hard, so I kind of went a little high, but I went way too high because the right front was just gone at that point, so I mean, I couldn't build a run, and he deserved that win. It was excellent.
Did you try any strategy there to get up through the field when you misqualified, started in the back? Was it just kind of, passing a couple guys, and dodging a couple wrecks, luck, or was it, you have a strategy to get to the front?
I kind of hung back just to see how the race would play out, and then when the first caution came out, I decided to just put my setup in, put some tape on the grill and get the car to my liking, and then hopefully mount a charge. And I got caught up in one wreck, but I don't think I got any damage. I saved the replay, so I'm going to take a look back at that. I did a whole 360 on the front stretch, but I didn't pit, so I started 10th. Then I was just lucky enough to work my way through the field and then finish first stage and second. So no strategy, just luck.
Yeah, for sure.
One
So
spot short, buddy.
So our points leader in the Xfinity Series here, Max Boost, he extends his lead even farther as he finished second in the first stage. He won the second stage, and he finishes second in the race. So these points, you're racking them up, man.
Yeah, I'm happy to rack them up because I know I'm going to miss a couple races coming up. So I'm honestly just pushing as hard as I can now so I can have that buffer. I would really like to make the playoffs.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, you're on pace to do so. Would you like to call anybody out here before we end the stream?
Yeah, shout out to Gator Mike for bringing me in here. It's been a lot of fun. It's a very, very fun group of guys, and I love preset racing. It's really fun just to have what you have and work with it. And just shout out to the league itself. You guys are great. Thank you guys for commentating. It's been quality stuff.
Sure, man. I appreciate it. All right, Mr. Williams, any last questions for our second place finisher?
I do not, man. One spot short. Get him next week. You had a hell of a race car. Good job coming from the back there.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
All right, no problem, man. Take care. So if you enjoyed tonight's race in the Xfinity Series, tomorrow the Cup guys, the big boys, are trying to redeem themselves from that Martinsville mess. Mayhem at the half mile. They're heading to Texas tomorrow night at 8:45. Will we have a repeat winner, or will we have a winner for the first time this season? As I'm looking for the